Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's week 5. This week, with the first week of the school holidays, we've got in a couple of lots of secondhand stuff, one on Facebook, one on Trademe. I continue to dismantle the massive job on the Millennium Falcon. I had a little bit of a conversation for the pros and cons of doing Trademe. That would be sort of / eBay if you're over in America or some other countries, and Bricklink. So the sort of the differences. So I went into depth as to why we do what we do, and how our business is structured. And we finally got our last box from Germany. We've been waiting a while and it's been stuck in Auckland due to COVID. So we finally got that to start assembling our monthly boxes, which is really exciting. And yeah, I think that about sums up the week. Yeah, so if you're enjoying the content, like and subscribe. We make these every week, and yeah, we've got another week into it. So let's get into the vlog. Alright, it's Sunday and it's the start of a new week for me. So today I'm going to be working on a few little bits and pieces to set myself up for next week. We've got a few second-hand lots coming, but we're going to get a start on this. Now, I've had a bit of a Google search and it looks like the best thing that's going to help me out, which is going to be a little bit time-consuming, is working through the instruction booklet backwards. And going bag by bag and sort of separating them that way. I think from count there was about bag 15 or 16 in there, so I'm not sure. The bags must have still quite a bit of parts in them, but that's the approach I'm going to take, at least to start with. I'm going to lay all those bags out and see where I'm at, see where if that page there, because that's the page we left it on when we picked it up, based on we thought that it might be where they were at, and so we're going to see if that's all correct and then start to work backwards and start dismantling. So yeah, that's a big job, but we'll see how we go. As I suspected, we're down to there's bag 13 that hasn't been unbagged, but there's a lot of extra bits for each bag, so it's going to be a bit of a mission. But alright, so we're going to go back and see what the instructions for the end of bag 12, and that should be where we are. Chubby's here to help me out, so let's get into it. Alright, it's Monday morning. We're back again. Yesterday I started dismantling this. I worked back and I worked through one full bag, which was bag 12. So working backwards has actually proven to be quite a good idea. These are the pieces that either I missed in the instructions or weren't in there for whatever reason. I probably missed them, to be honest. So I've just put them aside for when I do the rebuild, because then I'll be able to quickly access them when it comes to that part. But that's going reasonably well. I've separated them into the littler bags too. So there's like there's 3 bags for bag 12 for that one. So yeah, seeing how that goes, I'll probably work on it and get a couple more done tonight, and sort of inch by inch, hopefully by the end of the week that thing there is no longer assembled. Then I can work on the build itself. Got a few orders over the weekend. The main takeaway on our Trademe store was, scroll down, almost a llama. And they bought 2, one of each colour. So that obviously says that it works. So that's cool. So we're going to get those all bagged up. There's got a few orders there. So I'll get all of them out and get them ready for Pip to pack them away. But yeah, great start to the week. So this is all the Trademe orders picked. Our colour bags, as you can see, are still going out pretty quickly. We're down to less than 2 buckets now. There was some quite overstocked on the top there, and generally speaking, people buy about 4 bags, 4 or 5. You get the old customer that buys 1, but the reason for this is pretty largely due to the fact that you get free shipping, because we go free shipping orders over $35 for urban free shipping. So It's a smart way to get them, and it's a pretty good way for us to get our stock out as well. These here, probably one of our most popular colours, the browns, because you've got so much of the you got the dark red, you got the dark tan, and reddish brown all in the one bag, so it's a good mixture. But we're always sort of thinking how we can adjust. Like I was thinking about the light red, the light grey and the dark grey going together, but unsure yet because they seem to go good on their own right. But yeah, so we've got some of those sold. More separators. What a surprise there. Some of our Minecraft llamas, which is cool, and the trader guy that comes in that set, Archimedes. He's nearly sold out for us. A few more of those Star Wars ones. So we're just about sold all of those Star Wars ones that we put in just the other day, probably a couple of weeks now, a couple of weeks ago, and we've got that one there, which is a couple of city minifigures, a couple of Jurassic World minifigures, nothing too major there. And one of our Bricklink orders, and I've got the rest of the Bricklink orders I'm going to start doing, but some of them haven't paid, so I've picked all the ones that have paid so far. So yeah, so that pretty much sums up Monday. So there's quite a few orders there for Pip to get out, and I am going to attack this pile here as soon as I get home, because that's been sitting there for about, it's got to be nearly up to a week now, so I've got to get rid of that. So that's my first job, and then I'm going to start dismantling this. Alright, so off to work I go.
Good morning, good happy Monday morning, Monday the 4th. Right, a very busy weekend. We had Tony's kids for the weekend, so that was always entertaining, and was having baby Jordan, who's 8 weeks old, for a couple of days last week. A couple of orders to do. We got a bit swamped with time and energy. So we did a bit of work last night and hopefully get back into the swing of things today. I got a bit of shipping to do, Trademe orders. Tony's started pulling apart his new baby, so that's exciting. But yeah, just recovering after the weekend of the kids. It's school holidays now here in New Zealand, so my teenagers are both still in bed. I don't imagine I'll see them before lunchtime, so that gives me some time just to get cracking on and do some work. So onwards.
Alright, it's Monday evening and I'm just about to hit all of the double ups for the Tony Stark set that I got. So I'm just going to get into those and get those away. Finally, better late than never. Alright, so this is all finally in the store. $742 worth of stock. 5 of each of these sets. And we're going to put those 3 minifigures on Trademe. Round those prices up to the nearest dollar. Sort of go $18.99, $14.99 and $16.99, and they'll have the accessories as well. So onwards to that job. Alright, so it's Tuesday morning, back in the garage. Got a parcel today, which is always a good thing, and it's the whatever's in here. So the great thing about this is it's all pre-sorted, so it's going to save me a hell of a lot of time. We've got some of those, whole lot of instruction booklets, which hopefully helps us with what's inside this box. Some Star Wars stuff, which would be good too, all that sort of thing. So we'll see how we go. But we'll open that up probably tonight, I think. Pip sounds like she's got a pretty busy day, so we'll look at this probably tonight. Got a couple of orders to do, not too many though, so I'm going to get started and get them picked. So that's all the orders picked for today. Another one of these minifigures, just that set, one of those city minifigures. We've got 3 bags of colours. I might make a video going into detail as to why we do things this way rather than putting them in our Bricklink store, and do like a pros and cons type thing to help people understand why we go this way. But that's for another day. Just some parts here. If I go like this in the cut, you can see a bit better. all of those sorts of bits and pieces. Some bulk colours there, some windows. Nothing too fancy, nothing too special today. Lots of tans there. And it made me think about doing the video due to the fact that this Bricklink order here largely is tan. So it'd be good to see the comparison between the weight, because weight is how we sell things. So we will look into that. But for today, that's me. I'm off to work. Pip's going to pick these up and get these out.
Alright, happy Tuesday. So let's get kicking in straight away with the shipping. There's one down there too. I've got a hair appointment at 10, so I need to get this done. And then after my hair appointment, I can come home and get into that, which I've been waiting for. So that'll be exciting. So I'll tip that out for you when I get home from my appointment. Hey guys, so I'm home from the hairdressers and this was on the doorstep, which is cool. It's obviously Lego order hey Hectors, some Lego we ordered, but it's literally a masking tape ball, like that's how it's packaged. So I find that really funny. It's just like it's like a ball, just of straight masking tape. So I'm going to unpack it and see what it looks like inside. Okay, so I've got it in a container. My phone's leaning on the bed, but I don't even know where I'm cutting. Okay, so we've got some bubble wrap in there. Oh, it looks like rubbish bags. I've never seen anything packaged like this before. It's that funny, I even had to send a photo to Tony while he was at work. Okay, that's the top off. So this is just a container. We're at the garage. Oh, got something hard. Watch what I'm cutting. So like the whole lot wasn't even bubbled. Like, you think it would have just been easier to put it in a box. Woo! Yeah, can you see him? That's exciting. That's a bit exciting. These are my minifigures. Right. So if memory serves me right, this is the lot of Trademe. But I'll keep looking into that because I still haven't opened the other one yet. But I'll open that soon. Right, so we're actually in a bedroom because the teenagers are home and one of them's taken over the lounge. So nice and quiet up here. So me being me, pull out the first interesting thing I can find and then find out what I can about it. So here he is. So he's worth $46 second hand. He's out of one set. If I can get my fingers to it, there we go. Come on, iPad. Oh, over there. So he's out of a Batman movie set, which is worth only $55 second hand. So you can clearly tell you we're not going to be building that set. We'll probably just sell the Croc Monster by himself because it makes no sense otherwise.
Alright, it's Wednesday morning. We've just gone ahead and picked the orders this morning. I've got a couple of, I've got a Steve and another llama in there, so those are going out the door. Big Bird's in there, another one of those sold. And a couple Nexo Knight minifigures. A Castle Fantasy type minifigure. And then we've got this here. Now I put the lots up yesterday, or yesterday night, last night, of a few bits and pieces that Pip had sorted out, and this one sold overnight. Animals always sells incredibly fast. The panther in here alone is worth around $16 New Zealand. I put this up for $22.50 and it sold just like that overnight. And we also had a customer message us this morning about if we had that still, because usually when we put something up, we put some photos up on Facebook to let our customers know that, yep, we've got some stuff back in stock now, and yeah, so that's how wanted they are, those animals. And leaves are another one. They sell quite quickly too. We've got a leaves lot in there. We just put in a couple of leaves lots in there last night. I don't have any doubt in my mind that come the end of the week they'll be gone. They just go so quickly, and people really like them. So one of the bigger reasons, I'll just go into a little bit more depth on why we do these lots on Trademe. Trademe is our biggest seller by a country mile. Bricklink, I prefer and I love the Bricklink Store more because I like all the how the numbers are done, how organised it is. Like, it's cost us a lot more to build, that's for sure. But Trademe, it sells way better, and I broke down some of the numbers as I've grown as a store and figured this out. But just off the bat, in New Zealand, most of our trade is in New Zealand, and in New Zealand, we sort of get, I think, about 8,000 to 9,000 people on Bricklink. So there's not like there's a considerable amount of users, but there's not too many users. But in the Trademe store, on Trademe, there's millions. There's over 1 million users on Trademe. So just by sheer numbers alone, the opportunity to sell something is just out the gate. And whenever, Trademe's built such a huge user base that, it's one of those things that are talked about often on our Lego page. You'll get customers asking about, how to buy certain pieces, and we're like, oh, check out our Bricklink store, and then they haven't even heard of Bricklink at all. So I think Bricklink's one of those things that's still growing. Hopefully, we still sell considerable amount of Bricklink, which is, it makes it worth doing. But Trademe, it sells a lot faster. And then, we thought about putting, and we have indeed put used pieces in our, like just over here, in our yellow bins, we have all used pieces. That was to separate the used from the new for us in the garage. And separating it was all good, but we found that used pieces, the time it took to sort them into their bits, the time it took to upload them individually, and of course there's probably a faster way of doing it. I've done it a few times, but I haven't done it that many to sort of see the best ways to do things. But all of that sort of thing, it takes a lot of time. And then once I worked out the price to sell, we sell our coloured bags, 250 gram bag, for about $12.49. So it works out to be about $50 a kilo on how we sell it. And they sell really good. And then the used pieces, they're worth around the same amount, maybe slightly more. Some pieces are worth more than others, obviously. But yeah, it was an eye-opener to how much time we were spending uploading it just to get more parts in our store and more of a variety, because my thoughts were, if we expand our variety, we can attract more customers and they'll buy other stuff, because that's what's happened with everything. But yeah, it takes a damn lot of time. So for the used stuff, we've gone back to just putting minifigures and minifigure parts in, and we're sort of trying to get rid of our used pieces and sort of let them sell out, and then we'll replace their drawers with used parts and used minifigure parts and stuff. So yeah, a Trademe store, yeah, it's easily the biggest earner, just on numbers on how quickly it is to sell stuff. Minifigures as well, even new minifigures we put up, they sell pretty good. We don't really sell too many minifigures on Bricklink. We do sometimes, but not too many. Mainly because most of them are listed on Trademe. But we found in the past that basically, if you know what Bricklink is and you know about Bricklink, you're in competition with all the other Bricklink owners. With Trademe, it's very much the same, but there's, I don't know, it's either not as much competition, or people just, there's so many of the customers that it just doesn't matter, and that's how we're able to sell them. I know that when we first listed minifigures on Trademe, we did have trouble selling them, and there were a couple of other Bricklink owners that do that. So obviously that they were obviously either trying stuff, or they still have them there we haven't even seen. But nowadays, once we started uploading the used minifigures, they just go. We struggle to sell less than 50 minifigures a week. Like, it's it's really good. And combine that, we pride ourselves on the bigger picture on trying to become a one-stop shop, and that's, have those used pieces that are all clean and ready for customers to use, and then the minifigures on top of that, so you can sort of buy, I think you spend about $35 and you get free shipping to urban addresses, and it's only $3.50 to rural. So we make it as user friendly as possible. Stuff like the animal bag that we just sold is, we sold that for $22.50. It's around about, because I'll do some calculations, it's around about that much in Bricklink. There's a panther in there worth about $16, but everything else isn't, too highly priced. And it sold straight away. If I had to put that up on Bricklink, I'd probably sell a bit here, a bit there, but it wouldn't sell like that. So we make lots, in our used lots that we get, we make little lots up. Pip does that, which she's really good at that sort of thing. And we make the little lots up. Like, we've got a weapons lot in there that should probably sell this week. And one thought, we thought about playing with the idea of raising our prices, because stuff like that, it just flies out the door. But we thought against it. We thought, well, if we know how much it's worth, and we know how much, other people are selling it for, it seems a bit unfair to sort of, I could have probably sold that animal bag for about $30, for some silly reason. People love animals, but we sold it, for around about the price it's worth, because at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for. We don't want to sort of sell it for too high or rip off our customers and stuff like that. Because I think that's a bit unfair and taking advantage of the fact that it is quite hard to find some of these pieces. So it's one of those things that we find really good. Our Trademe store, we'll keep working on our Trademe store and growing it. But yeah, Bricklink for us isn't the biggest one. I'm wanting 100,000 pieces by the end of the year in the store. I don't think I'll get there, but I'm wanting 100,000 pieces. But Trademe probably sells maybe 3-4 times the amount that Bricklink does in terms of just the price of it. And when you're considering how much it costs to get our stock for Trademe, we buy lots, and we buy probably a couple lots a week, and we get that in and sort that out. But it's a lot easier to get a lot of Lego that someone no longer wants. You just have a look at the pictures, and we've been lucky with a few of our lots, but you just look at the pictures on Trademe. We buy them off Trademe, so it's just a case of we're a middleman, essentially. But, Facebook Marketplace is a good one. But, it's we just find that the Trademe store is our, best one, and it works really well. But I think mainly it's because the users, there's way more people on Trademe to be able to buy your product. I think much the same as probably people have overseas eBay, and Bricklink, and have the pros and cons to that. It's the same sort of thing. You find you have millions of customers on eBay. You probably have a lot more customers on Bricklink, but yeah, there's no comparison really. But unfortunately, my favourite one to do is Bricklink. So yeah, we'll keep growing that and seeing how that goes, and just keep moving forward. But yeah, just sort of have a little chin wag about differences on Trademe and Bricklink.
Hey guys, it's Wednesday afternoon. Just in the bedroom again with Hercules, because the teenagers are in the lounge. And I'm going to open up this package, which is the one we got yesterday. Put my phone on the bed again. Seems to hold it nicely for me. So I've gone through most of the mini figures from the soccer ball lot I opened yesterday, and they seem to be about half there, but I'll put them aside at the moment until we actually sort the lot. in case there's some more pieces in there. Let's get this bad boy open. Tony really needs to replace my craft knife. I might remind him about that today. So, spin you around and around and around. Nicely packaged Lego. Check that out. Oh, and some new containers here. So, this is the lot from Trademe, which means the other lot was the lot. Oh, that's a good first minifigure to see, isn't it? Loving it. So the soccer ball lot we got yesterday was big lot from Facebook, and this lot's going to be so easy to do because it's already sorted. So what we will do is we will still sort through the colours just to make sure it is all Lego, not fake Lego, and I'll still wash it like normal. Oh, the box is very dusty. But we'll just go through it, normal process. It'll just be a hell of a lot quicker because it's theoretically sorted into its colours. And a couple of stray bits at the bottom. So that's exciting. Let's see what's in this bad boy. Oh yeah, more. So it's very dusty. That's okay. Easy fix. Nothing that a good old bath won't help. Ooh! Oh, hello in there. That's just caught my eye. Ooh! Looks like I'm going to have some fun. It's a box of goodies, that one. Bit of Star Wars in there. It's exciting. I'll start on the minifigures on this one, see what I can do, and carry on from there.
It's Friday, end of the week. We had a few orders go out yesterday, and I think on Wednesday night I worked on the Millennium Falcon a bit. I have made some progress, but this is a bit of a mammoth task. I think I pulled off the last of this bit, a couple bits in here. I'm just sort of working backwards. That's probably not my box that I've got set up in the bedroom. And I think the next part is those front bits coming off. So hopefully I make a bit more of a dent in that over the weekend. I've got a few orders this morning. I've got these weapons going out from our Trademe store. And coins. I was thinking about getting these together and listing them on Bricklink as sets, but I thought I'll just put those up on there and see how they go, and they went pretty fast. So and we've got this order, it hasn't quite paid yet, so I picked it this morning anyway. It's a Bricklink order with all these, take that little note out, that's for Pip, all these little bits. I love orders like this because the lot counts go up quite high, and it's quite cool seeing all the little minifigure bits in there. So he's got those. He's got one of those and a few new pieces. So that's all good. So yeah, I've got my kids this weekend, so I won't be doing a hell of a lot of work, but I'll probably do something over the weekend in the evenings. So yeah, that's probably just about it for me for the week.
Good morning. It is Friday, nice and early. Just got a little bit of shipping to do, and then I'm off to pick up the 10-year-old for the weekend. The teenagers are both still asleep. The 5-year-old gets here when Tony finishes work, and I'm just going to go and pick up 10-year-old very shortly. So we've got another full-on weekend. Yay for school holidays. And then we'll go from there. So, everyone else, have a good weekend. Okay, so without showing you too much of that information, it just says, there's a little note on one of these that says, can you please write happy birthday on package if possible? So that just lets us know that it's obviously someone's birthday. So we go over here to my bin. I can get into it one-handed. Got a minifigure. These are actually put aside for our monthly box, but I'm still waiting on some stock, so I can easily replace these. So they get a minifigure, handwritten card, just to say thanks, you know, for buying from us, and obviously give the birthday child a little happy birthday present. Hey guys, I just got home from picking up Mr. 10-year-old, and my Germany order is finally here, which I'm so excited about. I've waited a couple months for this. It's for a monthly box, so we got these minifigures, which are the animal control chick from series 15. So we got a few of them. We got, I love this little bag, some fish, orange fish. We got them. There's another one in there somewhere with parrots in it, little parrots. And then this is all our parts that we needed. Bag open. So they're all our new parts. So that's exciting. This is all just for the September monthly box, even though it is now October, because we're running behind schedule because I was waiting for this in COVID. And there's our base plates. So that's really excited. I'm so excited to get this. I saw it on the doorstep and I thought, oh god, that's the Lego that Tony paid $200 for the other night, and it's so small and shitty, but it's not. It's my Germany order, so yay! So now my mission is to get these boxes put together and get them sent out, because our customers have been waiting so long for them. So I'll get that on the go today. Right, I've just unboxed all the minifigures. So this is our minifigure for our pets monthly box. It is the series 15, I think it is. Yeah, it's from series 15. It's the animal control chick. So now I'll bag them up. So we've got 15 boxes this month. So I will bag them up and get them ready to go. Alright, so I've packaged up all the minifigures. So they're just all their pieces all ready to rock and roll. Got 15 of them in here. Oh, now I'll move on to the next thing. Alright, so these are my accessories that I'm including in the pets monthly box. And here they all are here. So I need to unbag them all, count them all, and put them in containers.
Thanks for watching. Feel free to add your thoughts, comments, feelings, anything like that in the comment section below. Always love talking to other Bricklink owners, Trademe sellers, Lego sellers, anything like that, or even people that just have general questions. So that's real cool. So if you're liking the content, subscribe. We put these out every week. Yeah, next week we've got a bit of a big week because we're coming up to our interview, so we want to get the garage prepped for that sort of thing. So yeah, we'll be making sure everything's quite tidy and ready to go. So I hope you guys have a good week, and we'll see you next time.